Hello, my name is James with Scroll the Script. And Scroll the Script is a ministry that is helping people live life more skillfully with the principles of the Bible. And I want to briefly talk about and discuss with you how that sin entered into the world, what sin is, and how God provided a remedy. And God commanded Adam and Eve to not eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But because God gave us free moral agency, a free choice, thus Adam and Eve decided to sin. And this is where the Bible tells us that by through one man, according to Romans chapter 5 and verse number 12, that sin entered into the world. And according to the letter of John, sin is lawlessness. You see, in the nature of God, He is perfect. He is light. God cannot come near sin. It's an impossibility because God is perfect. And so when we have sin in our lives, and say we're trying to simply say a prayer or ask for something, or for God to bless us, and if there is something that is hindering from God working in us, it is because of sin. He cannot come near that. It's against His law, His nature. And this is why we say, according to the Bible, that Christ is the solution. He gives us that clear conscience. He removes that sin through His blood. And now we can live a free life, a more spiritual life. And so now we understand that we were created in God's image, that we were perfect. But because of our free choice, we sinned. And so as we continue to study the Bible and through the scheme of redemption, God already knew before the foundations of the world that we were going to sin. And so God prepared His Son to come to this earth and die. This was a great sacrifice. I mean, who in their right mind today would sacrifice their only son for us? And so sin is the problem and Christ is the solution. Notice that when we die, that is spiritually, it is because of sin. And the book of James tells us the process of sin, how that we are first tempted, we are tried, and we give in because of our free choice. And so the process of temptation brings forth spiritual death. But because Christ was the solution and is the solution, God gives us life. You know, we may have problems right now struggling with sin, maybe with our parents, maybe with our brothers and sisters, maybe even our wife, friend, whatever the case may be. We all struggle with sin in our life. In the Gospel according to John, chapter 10 and verse number 10, you know, God already tells us in the Bible that the devil, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That is what sin is designed to do. When you drink too much, you're going to start having some health problems. When you smoke too much, you're going to have some health problems. Whatever the case is, you know, we need to take care of our bodies. And in a sense, this can become sin when we don't take care of ourselves. But as we said, God has prudence. That is to say, beforehand, He knew this would be the problem. So that is why the gospel is so pure, so simple, that God gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever should believe in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. This is a classic verse, John chapter 3 and verse 16. And notice, do not gloss over whosoever. It does not matter your race, your culture. Christ died for everyone. And if you believe in him, he will give you everlasting life. Like as we said, John 10:10. The devil comes to destroy families, but Christ, he comes to give life, and life more abundantly. So in summary, we see sin entered into the world through Adam and Eve. They had a free choice. They gave in to sin. But God, because he was graceful, he was loving, he had a plan all along for us. He brought forth Jesus Christ in the form of flesh to become a man, to humble himself, to suppress the almighty power of God through a man who died. This was the remedy, and it is up to us to take this remedy, this solution, so that we can live life more skillfully with the principles of the Bible. The Bible has many, many teachings for us in our everyday life. So I'd like to thank everyone for taking this time to listen to this brief message. If you haven't subscribed already, we do have a YouTube channel called Scroll the Script. We also have Instagram, where you can follow us at Scroll the Script. And of course, I will leave the link below for our Facebook page. Give us a like, so this way you can stay informed of the brief lessons that I will be putting out, and also for some content, some articles as well for your everyday living. Thank you, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, blessed day, and may God continue to bless each of you and your families. Thank you for listening.